This teen's been described as soulless, and investigators say he bragged about how he murdered his mother. But in this new video, we see the moments when he allegedly tried to convince deputies that he had no idea what happened. In the body cam video recorded by the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, 15-year-old Gregory Ramos seems upset and confused, worried about his mother, and he seems to work with investigators to try to track her down.
She always takes the train.
But investigators soon determined that Ramos murdered Gail Cleavenger after arguing with her about his grades, put her body into a wheelbarrow, and buried her beneath a fire pit at a church.
On November 2nd, police in DeBerry, Florida, received a call from a 15-year-old boy named Gregory Ramos. He told them his house had been broken into and that his mother was missing. By the end of the investigation, that story would fall apart. Gregory hadn't reported a crime, he had committed one. And what shocked everyone was who his victim was and why he did it. This is the true story of how a teenager killed his own mother and tried to bury the truth, literally. Gregory Ramos was a high school sophomore. He was known to be quiet, polite, and academically smart. He was also part of a police explorer program and had once said he wanted to become a homicide detective. Most people who knew him didn't see anything alarming. His mother, Gail Cleavenger, was 46 years old. She was a single parent and had been raising Gregory on her own. According to family and neighbors, Gail was strict, but she was involved. She kept close track of his school performance and expected him to do well. She worked hard to keep him on the right path. And while they had the usual tensions between a parent and teenager, there was no sign that things would turn violent. The incident started with something that many teenagers and parents argue about: grades. On the night of November 1st, Gregory and his mother got into a heated argument over a bad grade he had received. According to later reports, Gail was angry and may have even slapped him during the argument. Gregory went to his room that night angry, embarrassed, and worried about the consequences. What happened next didn't look like a moment of rage. It looked like a plan. Late that night, while his mother was asleep, Gregory quietly entered her bedroom. He wrapped his hands around her neck and began to strangle her. According to what he later told police, it took over 30 minutes for her to die. He said that halfway through, she regained consciousness and he had to continue. She reportedly fought back, but he didn't stop. When it was over, he dragged her body into the garage. He put her in a wheelbarrow and later moved her into her mother's own van. Then, before dawn, he drove her body to a nearby church where he had previously dug a shallow grave under a fire pit. He buried her there, then returned home and tried to clean up the evidence. Gregory didn't do this alone. He contacted two of his 17-year-old friends and asked them to help him make it look like a break-in. The three of them staged the house to appear as though it had been burglarized. Items were moved around, drawers were left open, and electronics were taken. After that, Gregory went to school the next morning. He attended his regular classes and even participated in the Police Explorer program after school. Then he went home and called 911 to report his mother missing.
911, where's your emergency?
I just got home, and my house is completely trashed. It looks like someone broke in the side door.
Okay. How long have you been gone?
I've been gone all school day. I got home.
Are you there by yourself?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Okay.
And my mom's car is here and it's on, and she's not home. And she was supposed to go to work today, and I can't find her.
Your mom is okay. Your mom's car is there. Is there any other way she ever gets to work? Does she ever get a ride from anyone else?
No, it's on. The car is on. It's turned on.
The car is on, and you're sure she is not there?
I searched the entire place. I've been here for like 8 minutes. I've been looking. I can't find her.
Okay, I want you to stay on the phone with me. We are not going to disconnect until I have an officer that is with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, did you see anyone leave the house?
No.
Okay. Stay on the phone with me. I'm making a couple of notes. Are you safe where you're at?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like there's anyone here. I checked the entire house because I was looking for her, but she's not here.
He told the dispatcher he had come home to find signs of a burglary, that his mother's van was running in the driveway, and that he couldn't find her. He sounded calm. Authorities initially treated it like a missing persons case. When officers arrived at the scene, something felt off. The story didn't add up. The house looked too staged. The electronics were gone, but nothing was actually stolen, and Gregory was unusually calm. Detectives questioned him, and he repeated his story, but his timeline was shaky, and he couldn't explain certain details. Investigators also tracked down the two friends who had helped him bury the body and stage the break-in. When confronted with the evidence, Gregory finally confessed. He told detectives everything: how he killed his mother, where he buried her, and how he tried to make it all disappear. He even led investigators to the fire pit at the church where they found Gail's body. What disturbed officers the most wasn't just what Gregory did, it was how he talked about it. He described the murder without emotion. At one point, he even said he thought he deserved an award for how convincing his fake 911 call was. Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood later said Gregory was one of the most cold and calculated people he had ever seen in his career. Gregory told police he had been thinking about killing his mother for a while. He claimed he was tired of her controlling behavior and couldn't take the pressure anymore. He said the bad grade was just the final straw. Because of the nature of the crime, prosecutors decided to charge Gregory as an adult. He was charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a dead body. His two friends were also arrested and faced charges for their role in helping with the cover-up, although they were not accused of murder.
You are here today for a first appearance. I do have an order to take juvenile into custody on a charge of first-degree premeditated murder, a capital felony. Order was signed by myself yesterday, and I've reviewed the 707 of the facts of the case. Probable cause for the detention for the delinquent acts that I mentioned is found. Public defender is appointed. Grounds for initial detention were met and continue to be met. You will be detained by the Department of Juvenile Justice in secure detention for 21 days or until further court order. Anything from the state?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Powers?
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. For the record, name?
Kendall Ali on behalf of Mr. Forrest.
And you are Brian Cora?
Yes.
Could you please raise your right hand and be sworn in by the clerk? Please respond out loud.
Do solemnly swear affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you, sir. Again, anything you say is being recorded and can be used against you, so it may not be in your best interest to talk about the facts of the case. You are here for an order to take into custody for the following charge: accessory after the fact to first-degree premeditated murder. I do find probable cause for that delinquent act. I did sign that order to take into custody, and I did review 707 that it was based upon. Defendant does meet the grounds for initial detention and does meet the criteria for continued detention.
Would we be heard on that, Judge?
Yes.
I do have both of Mr. Porras' parents here and also grandparents. Mr. Porras has no history, as you can see from the face sheet. He's never been in trouble before. The only true act that is having him score over 12 points is what he is charged with. He does have a good home to go to. He does have a good family supporting him. What I would ask the court to do is release him to his parents so that he could maybe be in home confinement or something to that effect. I don't think secure detention is the right remedy for this. He's not charged with killing anyone. He's charged as an accessory after the fact.
Gregory Lee Porras.
Okay, and Mr. Porras, where do you currently reside?
Delphina, Florida.
Okay, and who resides with you?
Tanya Hall.
Okay, and does your son live with you?
Yes.
Okay, if your son were to be released, would you ensure that he comes to any future court dates?
Yes.
Would you keep an eye on him and make sure that he doesn't leave the home if the court ordered that he be secured in the home?
Absolutely. Yes.
And will you ensure that he is supervised by either yourself or your wife?
Yes.
Okay. I've got no further questions for this witness. May I inquire of?
I have to inquire, Your Honor.
Sorry.
Yes. Sir, your son was living with you on the date of this offense, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he turns 18 on December 1st of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No follow-up. May I inquire of the second witness? Can you state your name, ma'am?
Tanya K. Hall.
Okay, and do you know Mr. Porras? How do you know him?
He was in the home.
Okay.
His father was.
Okay, and do you help raise him?
Yes.
Okay, if he were to be released to the home, would you ensure that he comes to court?
Yes, sir.
Would you ensure that he abides by any conditions that the court may put in place?
Yes.
Okay, and would you monitor him or assist in monitoring him? Okay, I've got no further questions.
I have some questions. Ma'am, do you work outside the home?
Yes, I do.
And how many hours a week are you away from the home?
40.
And how about your husband? Does he work outside the home?
Yes, he does.
And how many hours a week does he work outside the home? So are you able to personally supervise Mr. Porras at all times?
We are, along with his grandparents
And his grandparents live where?
in Sanford. So we are able to ensure that when we are not with him, that his grandparents are directly with him.
I have no other questions, Your Honor.
All right, based on the testimony I heard, I will grant the request for home detention. It will be with electronic monitoring. And he needs to be supervised at this point, like 100 times. Are you Dylan Silver? Okay, public defender is appointed. Sir, you are here on an order to take juvenile into custody on the charge of accessory after the fact of first-degree premeditated murder. I do find probable cause.
Your Honor, may we be heard as to detention? I think Mr. Sclerix, he's in a similar position as to the last defendant, and we would be asking for home detention. Could we have his parents come forward? Folks want to come forward?
Sir, if you will please, and you will raise your right hands to be sworn in by the clerk.
Do you take this solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but? My name is Marion Kafizi.
And what's your relationship to the defendant?
I have custody of my grandson.
He's your grandson. And does he live with you?
Yes, he does.
And where does he live?
He lives in
Would you
Deltona.
be in a position to help supervise your son?
Yes, I would.
Okay, and would you see that he complies with all conditions
Yes,
of
I would.
home detention?
Yes, I would.
Okay. I don't know anything further.